I want to start this video by saying that kaiju are some of my favorite things in the world. Hell, my channel is named after them. So, imagine my surprise as I wake up, rub my eyes, and see that a trailer for a new Godzilla movie came out. Godzilla -1. That name sounds very hype. So, to share my excitement, I thought it would be best to make a video breaking down this monster of a trailer and share my thoughts with you folks on the internet. The trailer begins with a block of text saying, "Post-war, Japan had lost everything." This quote probably refers to the aftermath of the 2 atomic bombs dropped on Japan. Afterwards, we hear Godzilla's huge footsteps and are shown a sweeping shot of a destroyed city Godzilla bulldozed through. Something I found interesting here is that the clock tower shown in this scene is a real area in Japan called the Second Wako Clock Tower. This clock tower is in the Ginza shopping district in Tokyo and is one of the only buildings in the area still around after World War II. This clock tower is also seen being destroyed in the original 1954 Godzilla movie and in 2016's Shin Godzilla, which happens to be one of my favorite Godzilla movies. It is also seen in promotional materials for some Godzilla-themed watches put out by Grand Seiko. I found this to be a nice callback to previous Godzilla movies and an iconic symbol of the Ginza region. Suddenly, another footstep can be heard and the trailer cuts to a barren wasteland. This could be an actual uninhabited area, or just another display of the destructive powers of the King of Monsters. But the smoking ground and numerous craters show that something massive must have gone down here. Could be Godzilla fighting off the military, but this Godzilla is definitely packing a punch. The next scene shows a closer and more lively look at the destruction Godzilla caused. Safety workers comb through the wreckage, while off to the side civilians struggle to get a closer look at the destruction. Here, we can see police officers trying to keep the civilians back and signs posted warning of the danger. To be honest, I don't know if Godzilla will leave behind any radiation like he has before. Nevertheless, this is definitely a dangerous sight not fit for anyone, especially civilians. The trailer switches to another graphic saying, "From 0 to minus," then abruptly cuts to a barrage of clips. In these clips, we see Godzilla's tail whipping through a crowd of people fleeing for their lives, a train car being launched onto train tracks, the ground beneath a building erupting as some men struggle to get away, a mob running through the streets to escape Godzilla, and Godzilla bringing their foot down on a crowd of people, sending them flying and destroying the street below. We then get a few quick cuts showing chaos taking hold as civilians, military officials, and a young child all react to Godzilla's wrath. We are then given the title card and a voiceover saying Gojira -1, and Godzilla gives us one of their signature roars. Now comes my favorite part of the trailer, where we see the King of Monsters. Godzilla shows us their magnificent visage as they take a bite out of some electrical wires and the train car we saw thrown earlier. We are then given the release date of December 1st in the States, and that marks the end of the trailer.
That was totally wicked!
I legit cannot wait for another Godzilla movie. I got a good feeling that this one is going to be really good. This trailer really got me thinking about what it might be about, other than our boy Godzilla. The president of Toho International, Koji Ueda, put out a statement regarding Godzilla -1. Set in a post-war Japan, Godzilla -1 will once again show us a Godzilla that is a terrifying and overwhelming force. This makes me think that -1 will be telling the story of Godzilla attacking Japan while they're already rebuilding from the events of World War II, devastating them once more and sending them even further back, this time into the negatives. I have to say I really like the way that -1 seems to be going down the route of the original 1954 Godzilla movie. It seems like it's going to tell a similar story, but have more focus on the already existing hardships Japan faced because of their involvement in World War II. I also have to mention the environmental storytelling built up in the trailer, because this trailer definitely felt a lot more gritty and devastating than other Godzilla movies have. Godzilla vs. Megalon. I don't know why I'm bashing this movie, it's actually one of my favorites.
And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! KO! Here's the cover!
Earlier in the trailer, we saw this scene where the ground is erupting and some men in suits are trying to get away. This could be a long shot, but I think this might be where Godzilla emerges from. And, if I'm correct, this could be a callback to another one of Godzilla's numerous appearances. I'm talking about Mothra vs. Godzilla. In this movie, Godzilla rises from the ground to fight his sometimes ally, sometimes adversary Mothra. The other thing I noticed while watching the trailer was the army truck scene while the mob is running away from Godzilla. I also noted how the Japanese people are seen wearing more Western clothes. Since we know this movie takes place after World War II, it makes sense that the US occupation of Japan is either ongoing or recently finished. This places the movie somewhere from 1945 to 1955. This subtle storytelling might be pointing to the fact that -1 will not only focus on the destruction caused by Godzilla, who we already know is a terrifying and overwhelming force, but may also focus on how Japan is already dealing with another terrifying and overwhelming force, the United States. I don't know, that's just what I managed to pull from the 34-second trailer. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to check out Godzilla -1 when it releases on November 3rd in Japan and December 1st in the United States. Thank you for sticking around to the end. I hope you're as excited for Godzilla -1 as I am. If you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, or even subscribe. Have a good night, and this is Kaiju Jutsu, signing off.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!